Hi, welcome to Ielts PT Success. I'm Jayati, and today I am going to be speaking to you about the Ielts reading section. Now, if you're new to our channel, please do hit subscribe for more videos and tips and tricks on the Ielts and PT academic exam. And if you are looking for any kind of assistance or you want to sign up for classes, then please do visit us on our website or write to us, and we will be happy to help you out. And at the end of the video, if you have any particular questions about the reading section, please do write to us and we will be happy to help you out with it. So let's start with the reading section. So, what is there in the reading test? We are going to be discussing that. What are the skills that you need to do well on this test, the strategies to follow while doing the test, and the practice resources available to help you get the best possible score. What is there in the reading test? The test is designed to test your ability of reading along with your vocabulary. It is a 1 hour long test. It is the same for academic and general. There are 3 sections divided across 40 questions. There is no extra time given to you to transfer your answers. So you must transfer your answers the moment you complete a section. There is no negative marking. So feel free to attempt a question even if you don't know the answer. Who knows? You might just get it right. Now, while the academic is focused more on reading material related to graduate or maybe postgraduate students, the general training is more focused on reading material for social survival or training or articles that appear in the newspaper or in magazines. Now, the scoring is also slightly different. While the academic is a tough paper, it is easier to score higher in it. Like a 37 or a 38 would get you an 8.5 in the academic, while in general training, only a 39 out of 40 will get you an 8.5. Now, you must have heard of these reading skills that you need so that you can cope with the exam and do well on it. Now, what are reading skills apart from the fact that you just need to read and understand? Let's start with the 3 most important skills that you need to do well on this exam. The first one is skimming. What do you understand by skimming? Skimming basically means to get an idea of a general idea of the topic or paragraph in front of you. That is, you run through the lines quickly and just get a general meaning. The next most important skill is scanning. Now, scanning will help you locate the answer in a particular paragraph or a passage or look for a particular word in some topic. For example, the word climate change. Now, if there's a question related to climate change, you can quickly scan the text for the words climate change and then find your answer around those words. The third and the most important skill is close reading. A lot of students and a lot of candidates feel that it's not important to read everything. Yes, given the time frame of the exam, it is impossible to read every part of the text. But the third section of the reading test is the most difficult, and it does require you to do a lot of close reading because that is what helps you get the right answer while reading the text in detail. So you must remember these 3 skills while you are doing the reading test. Now, what kind of strategies do you need to apply so that you can do this test without any failure and make sure that you get the best possible scores? Let's look at the first one. Read instructions carefully. Even high scoring students have a tough time because sometimes they don't pay attention to the instructions given in the sections. Some might say no more than 3 words. Some might say match the headings. You must read these instructions. You must read your questions before you start reading the passage. The next one, time each section. Now, what do you mean by time? You have 1 hour. Yes, you must time each section. The test goes from the lowest level of difficulty to the highest level of difficulty by each section. The most appropriate way to do this is divide your sections into 20 minutes each. So 20, 20, 20 makes it 60. When you do the first section, and supposing you finish it in 15, that gives you a little extra time for the next section. Maybe if you finish that also in 15, then that gives you almost half an hour for the third section, which is the toughest of all. And that is where you need to read in detail so that you can get correct answers. Do not panic. Now, what do you mean? It's a test. Why won't I panic? Yes, it is natural to be nervous, but if you panic, you will not be able to get the desired answers. The test is designed in such a way that some questions will be easy and some will be difficult. You are not expected to know the answer of everything in the first shot. If you don't know the answer for question number 7, leave it. Move forward. Come back later and attempt it once you have completed the entire paper. There is no need to panic if you don't know a question. You always have time in the end to come back and reappear it. Might as well solve the questions forward so that you can get the maximum answers. Test of your vocabulary. The reading test is, in simple words, if one can put it, it is just testing your vocabulary. Are you able to understand certain words and answer questions based on it? Can you understand synonyms? Do you understand paraphrasing? If there is a word given, do you understand the opposite meaning of it, like an antonym? The test is just trying to gauge you on your range of vocabulary and are you able to answer questions based on it. So if the text has a particular sentence, they might have paraphrased it in the part of a question. So your ability to able to understand that paraphrasing is what will help you get through this test in a better manner. The last one. Don't expect to understand every word. You might think it's a reading test. Why shouldn't I understand everything? It's not possible. You don't have the time to understand and decipher the meaning for every word given in the text. Try to read a sentence and see the words around it to get a general idea. Once you understand that, answer the questions based on it. Look at the question and look for words or try to understand the general meaning. Don't waste time trying to understand every single word. The reading test is very, very long, close to 2,500 to 3,000 words long. You don't have the time to read so much and understand every word. So try to read the question and the words around it and get your answers accordingly. Moving on to the last part, what are practice resources? Now, one might think that doing sample tests is the best way forward. Yes, it is one of the most important ways to practice reading. So, the most conventional methods of practice is doing official Cambridge practice tests. Now, why I would suggest doing only Cambridge? Because they are the ones who have designed your exam. So, they are the ones who've designed sample test papers. Everything else on the internet is just fake. So try not to solve any other test papers, only do them from the Cambridge IELTS books. There are websites which have grammar and vocabulary tests. You can always do those exercises online to improve your vocabulary and grammar. And in case you're looking for official practice material, it is also available on the websites of the IELTS, the British Council, and IDP. Now, what apart from tests? Like, what apart from tests can you do so that you can improve your reading? Now, just doing practice tests is not the key to getting a good score in your reading test. You have to be familiar with formal language, you have to be familiar with difficult words. Now, the best way to do this is read the newspaper. I personally enjoy reading the Hindu and the Times of India. They have a variety of articles. You can just pick up any section you like. You might be someone who's interested in business news. You could be someone who's interested in the sports news. Just take out one paragraph or one article and just read it out to yourself. Look at the words. The more you practice every day, the more you will realize that your vocabulary is improving. You're able to understand at a faster pace, and you're not wasting time rereading those sentences. The other could be magazines like The Time or the Forbes or India Today. All of these come out with formal English written articles, and they are the best source to understand formal English and use it in your daily life. And if you're someone who likes to read books, then I think it's a very, very easy deal for you. You can pick up fiction, you can pick up non-fiction, whatever suits your palate, and you can just work around it. Reading every day is very, very important. So you must remember that just doing tests is not going to help you get the best possible score. You have to get into a habit of reading so that you're able to understand the formal English language and then use it to your personal gains. Now, so that brings us to the end of our reading section. And in case you are looking for any assistance, you want us to help you solve certain queries that you have, or there are certain parts of the test that you are unable to be successful at, please feel free to reach out to us. And you can always follow our channel for more videos, tips, and tricks. That's it from us today. Thank you for watching. See you soon.